The link is nearly as old as the Brooklyn Bridge itself. What began in neighboring boroughs more than a decade before New York subway tracks were laid has spanned the north-south divide of our most populous state for over 60 years.
Giants and Dodgers had the greatest rivalry in baseball. You could lose 20 straight, but don't lose to the Dodgers. Don't lose to the Giants.
The story of the Giants and Dodgers is unique within our national pastime and America itself. Across more than 2,500 meetings.
Well, this is a true Dodger-Giant rivalry.
From Ebbets Field and the Polo Grounds to Dodger Stadium and Oracle Park.
Look out. And here we go again for the second day in a row. The bench is clear in San Francisco.
No other rivalry in any sport can claim as many enduring icons or memorable moments on two coasts.
Hi, I'm Bob Brenly, and I hate the Dodgers.
And now we are riveted by a season nearly without precedent in their rich histories.
Way back! It's gone! It's over! They come all the way back!
The Dodgers and Giants have been adversaries since their first meeting more than 130 years ago. Only once, in 1962, have they won 100 games in the same year. Nearly 60 years later, they're doing so for a second time in one of the great divisional races of the wild card era.
Off the bag! Chase! And the ball game is over!
The Giants beat the Dodgers somehow, some way.
Back in '62, when you either won the National League or went home, the Giants defeated the Dodgers in the third game of their best-of-3 regular season tiebreaker to decide the pennant. It was the same result as their first iconic tiebreaker in 1951, when the Giants overcame a 13.5-game Dodger lead and produced one of the most indelible moments in American sports. Cosmically, this regular season concludes October 3rd, the 70th anniversary of Bobby Thomson's shot heard around the world. And 2021 marks the 29th time the Dodgers or Giants finish atop the NL West since divisional play began in 1969. Yet while the Giants and Dodgers have combined to win 4 of the last 11 World Series, a postseason matchup between the two has remained elusive. Prior to this season, there have been only 2 occasions in which both teams qualified for the playoffs in the same year. In 2014, the Dodgers won the NL West, but fell to the Cardinals in the division series.
The Cardinals are going to the League Championship Series, and the Dodgers are going home.
While the Giants rode a wild card berth to their 3rd World Series title in 5 seasons.
And the Giants have won the World Series again!
2 years later, both clubs were no match for a team of destiny. However, the regular season alone has provided more than enough storytelling and spite to create an enduring rivalry.
Now we have some problems with some fans in the stands by the dugout.
On August 22, 1965, the baseball world bore witness to the ugliest incident between the franchises, when Giants ace Juan Marichal hit Dodgers catcher John Roseboro with a baseball bat. While the late Joe Morgan is in the Hall of Fame for his heroics in Cincinnati, he's known in this rivalry for a 3-run shot on the final day of the '82 season to eliminate LA from playoff contention. The date? October 3rd, yet again. A decade later, in 1993, it was the Dodgers who relished the role of spoiler, routing the Giants 12-1 on the final day of the season and pushing them out of the playoffs in spite of 103 wins, still the most victories by any team to miss the playoffs in the divisional era.
This incredible, unfathomable ride is over after nothing but disbelief and shock.
September 18th, 1997. The signature swing that helped the Giants win the division by 2 games over the Dodgers came off the unlikely bat of Brian Johnson in the 12th inning at Candlestick.
And he hits one high to deep left field and deep. Hollingsworth is back at the wall. It is out of here, and this one is over.
On the penultimate day of the 04 season, the Giants were 3 outs away from pulling to within 1 game of the division lead. Instead, the Dodgers scored 7 times in the 9th.
High fly ball to deep right field. Wherever it goes, the Dodgers have won, and it's a grand slam home run. And in all the storied history and glory, frustrations and heartbreak that both of these teams have inflicted upon the other, this one had to be a killer.
So here we are once more. The Dodgers and Giants in yet another collision for the NL West crown. The stakes are critical. The runners-up will have their October fate decided in a single wild card game. A win there and you advance to the division series, where your eternal rival awaits in a first ever postseason meeting. 2 iconic franchises linking 2 coasts. Over more than 130 years of memory and antipathy, they've never given us a time quite like this.